Do you know what a T rating or T class is? And I mean really understand what it is? Because a lot of people don't, so I'm going to try and explain it very quickly. Now, top of the T ratings, and I don't want to hear any arguments about this, is Yorkshire tea. You're not going to beat it. Oh, T ratings. Temperature, surface temperature, yeah, got it. So the best or lowest T rating is T6, and the hottest or worst T rating is T1. Makes total sense, eh? I'm John from Insight EX, and we make EX training accessible, affordable, and just loads of fun. This seems a complicated system to talk about surface temperature, I know, but that's because different gases ignite at different temperatures when in contact with a hot surface. That's their auto-ignition temperature, and that is what we are mitigating against with the T rating. That applies to gases anyway. So what is the T class or T rating? It is a scale that describes a few things about the environment. It's also completely different for gases and dusts. Specifically for gases, it tells you these three things. So the T class tells you the maximum surface temperature of the product. It then puts it in a band from T6, which is the coolest, to T1, which is the hottest. And then it tells you which gases that product is safe to be around. So T6 means the tested maximum surface temperature of that product is less than 85 degrees C. If it's even 86 degrees C, it falls into T5. T6 is the lowest, but the only gas that will ignite at that low temperature, a T6 gas, is carbon disulfate. Now, a lot of manufacturers will move mountains to get a T6 rating on their product, but the equipment's probably never going to go near carbon disulfate, so why? T5 is a limit of 100 degrees, and there are no notable T5 gases. So why is there a T5? Maybe because it's a round number, I don't know. T4 is 135 degrees, notably diethyl ether. That really common gas is a T4 gas. T3 is 200 degrees, so the surface is getting pretty hot now. Here you're protecting against kerosene, which has a 210 degree auto-ignition temperature. T2 is 300 degrees C, so pretty hot now, and not very common, but you're still safe here against acetylene and butane. T1 is 450 degrees C. What on earth are you doing that's 450 degrees C? I don't know. But here you're still safe from igniting hydrogen and propane. They have really high auto-ignition temperatures. So what you do is you find the T rating for the certain gas you are working with or where your equipment's going, and then you make sure you are using appropriate T rating equipment. If it's a carbon disulfate atmosphere, very rare, then you will need to select all T6 equipment to make sure the temperature doesn't go above 85. If it's a hydrogen application and that's the only gas that you're dealing with, then as long as it's T1 and stays below 450 degrees, you're fine. To put this into context, if you were to put a motor with a really high surface temperature into an atmosphere with a gas that has a really low auto-ignition temperature, you have an explosion. So as complicated as it is, it's really important that people understand the T class. None of this is easy. It takes training and a lot of practice to build competence, but that's what we're here for. I cover the T classes for gases and dust in a lot more detail in my ATEX General Principles course. Or check out our Insight EX1 membership. It gives full access to all of our training materials for all of your staff for one small membership fee. It really could be a game changer for your business. Thank you, and see you on the next one.